So you just picked up your brand new Bluestorm Atmos 40. It is time to arm this thing. The Postal Service does not allow you to have a armed cylinder in a life jacket. Of course, it could inflate. So I'm gonna show you the easy process. Here, there's a flag that tells you exactly where the cylinder is stored. It is in a spare little cylinder pouch right here. Super easy to find, you just pop it out. So we got our cylinder out now. I'm gonna flip over to the other side here to open up and expose the mechanism right there. It is super easy. All you do is take this, screw it in there, until the indicator here switches from red to green. And that's how you know that your life jacket is now armed and Coast Guard approved. Flip it over, make sure the bladder is all tucked away, and all there's left to do is make sure that the mechanism is visible in the window. Tuck it away with the little Velcro on the side. Make it as thin as you can for comfort, and you are ready to hit the water. One of the great things about each Bluestorm PFD is that they come with a user manual and instructions inside. So when it comes to rearming or arming for the first time your life vest, or just any kind of user care to make sure you get the most longevity out of your Bluestorm, everything's included in this user manual. So don't throw it away, keep it around. It's useful for you on the water. So right now I'm wearing the Bluestorm Atmos 40, and the only way this life jacket inflates is if it's fully submerged in water. Now there is a manual backup here, which I'm going to show you right now. So as you can see, we are fully inflated now. If I was in the water, I would be floating, but we are on land. And so if you are floating in the water right now, it is inflated. The best way, instead of trying to find the buckle when it's fully inflated, is to go over here and grab the manual deflate little switch, and by keeping your finger pressed on that oral inflation tube and giving it some pressure, you are helping to deflate the bladder, which makes it much easier to find that clip once, of course, you feel like you're safe, whether on the bank or back on the boat, to take off your Atmos 40. And now all you've got to do is fully deflate the bladder, repackage it up, and rearm it. If you want to see how to rearm your Bluestorm life jacket, we have awesome videos to get you back on the water. So your Bluestorm auto-inflating PFD has gone off. It's now time to deflate, rearm, and repackage to get back out on the water. So the first step, of course, is to get all the air out of the bladder. So you can either put it on a flat surface and push all the air out, or you can grab the life jacket and again, your goal is to get it as flat as possible, the least amount of air, because that'll make it easier to pack. Remember though, it is a bladder, so don't do anything to puncture it or damage it, but hugging it like this will not do anything bad. So the majority of air is now out of our bladder. It's time to disassemble the mechanism here. So as you guys know, there's a few key components you've got to have in here for it to work and out to rearm. First thing, you want to unscrew the little cylinder here that used to inflate it. You can tell a used cylinder because it has a poked hole in the top. Next, you want to unscrew the cap that holds the bobbin in place. The bobbin is what has a material that dissolves when water hits it. The spent bobbin, you can tell it's spent because one, your life jacket inflated, and two, it's got nothing inside of it. And then the next step is to grab a rearming kit. You can pick one up from bluestormgear.com, and inside, of course, comes with a brand new canister and a brand new bobbin. The bobbin is the most crucial part of this whole deal. So you want to make sure when you are now rearming it, the bobbin is the first thing that goes in. Now it only fits in the mechanism one way. So if you're trying to jam it in there, something's wrong. Kind of figure out where the grooves are, just like that, and it easily slides in. So once that's in, screw the cap back on. Might take a second. All right, that is fully tight. Make sure you grab the new cylinder that's not the spent one. Make sure you dispose of that one properly. You're gonna screw the canister in, and the indicator here will turn from red to green, letting you know that you are now fully armed and ready to hit the water. So all there's left to do is repackage the bladder, get the shell as packed as you can, and you are ready to hit the water once more.